was an interesting moment for me at the time because I really wasn't seeking someone or anyone, I should say. I just hoped if I did meet someone that they would be a positive person to meet. Everything he was saying and doing was making me fall in love with him.
A lot of people quit going, that's just how it got to be. But she keeps on fighting and it takes a lot of guts. No justice, no peace!
You two are like two immature cartoon characters.
Objection. Where is any of this evidence of this?
Order!
I'm sanctioning you for $15,000.
I have a right to see my son.
This is all about a child. A poor boy born into a battle. Even with your lies, I gotta survive. Said I'm gonna survive, I gotta survive. Even with your lies, I'm gonna survive, gotta survive. Said I'm gonna survive. This is not justice!
No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace!
No peace, no justice!
You're trying to have a judge removed.
I'll sanction her for thousands of dollars for coming to court.
How much money is Mr. K and Mr. G paying you and your fellow judges to keep this woman away from her child?
Said I'm gonna survive, I gotta survive. Even with your lies, I'm gonna survive, gotta survive. Said I'm gonna survive, I gotta survive. Even with your lies, I've gotta survive, gonna survive. Said I'm gonna survive, gonna survive. Even with your lies.
Welcome to the Dr. Meleeka Clary Show on the Bold and Brave TV network. We're coming live. Woo! Aren't we? Oh gosh, I'm so glad. So I always gotta say thank you, God, for getting me up in the morning. Yes, thank you. You gave me another day to be able to do the show, but also another day to be able to say I love you to all my loved ones. Because like I said, life is short. Every day is counted. But it's all about what you do with that day. And you get a chance to do something, whatever that may be for you. And one thing that I love doing is getting up and saying I love you to my loved ones. Now I know what you probably might be thinking something. Oh, she got some older loved ones. Yes, I do. So I do it in a text because some of them go to school and work and they got things they got to do. But you know what? I leave it up there and let them know that, hey, I love you. Have a good day. I'm thinking about you, and keep God in your life and pray. So that's something that I do. It helps me get through the day. You never know what's going through the day. And I always want to mention that to people because, somebody could be going through something that's like, you just don't know. You don't know. It's so heavy on the heart. So I always try to help people, you know what, one day at a time. Mentioning that tells you don't have to finish the race in one day. See? Kind of like that. Don't have to finish the race in one day. Take your time, take it one step at a time. So I just have to say that to you because I need people to understand that. The race is within yourself, but slow it down. Enjoy the roses, enjoy the flowers, the grass. I just got my grass cut yesterday. It looks great. So I'm very happy about that. Yes. So I'm just saying, just enjoy this nature of what we do have that doesn't cost anything. It's this air we sucking up. Just enjoy that. Take it all in. Breathe, take it down. I don't know what you're going through, but I know if you're watching, yeah, you have ability to actually do something that day, an opportunity. So be like me and breathe, take it out one step at a time, and just think about it. And just say, hey, okay, I'm here. Let me do something today. So with that being said, like I always got to say something to you guys because gratitude is so important. I know we take life for granted. Some of us think we're guaranteed a day, just not. And when you get over a certain age, you really say to yourself how many years you have behind you, but how many years do you have in front of you? It's like the biggest question mark. See, I've completed a lot of years behind me, but I don't know what's in front of me. So I'm trying just to not take a life for granted or just a day and try to do something. And whatever that something is, I'm going to try to do it with joy. So as you know, I was in St. Lucia's. I had a great time. It was a time that I needed. to take off and, do something I like to enjoy, because stress is for everyone, and when I say stress, sometimes you can't control what everyone does in their life. But you could try to change something, but you can't control it. And it does affect, people. And I'm part of the people. See, like I told you before, I am a human being just like you. So when something happens, it could affect me as well. And sometimes I need a break to just say, wait a minute, okay, I got to deal with that. But let me take a break, relax, and think about what's my next steps are going to be. Less stress and going on vacation. You guys already know I love me some vacation, and St. Lucia's was fun. It was really fun. I'm not gonna say. I mean, I stayed at the Miracle. I think it was a Miracle Resort. Yes, that wasn't a good resort. I don't want to throw shade, but I do have to say that. Please, that resort, the custom. I mean, I want to say the employees are really nice. They are, but the hotel amenities is false advertisement. So I will say that to you guys. Not a place to invest your money. And you probably seen a review on mine. If you haven't seen it, I'm getting ready to do that one too. I have to say, but the employees were really nice. It's just the amenities, nothing working. And sometimes when you go on vacation, you want to be on break. You don't need no drama. And Marico, or Marico, whatever the name is, they Dive Beach. There was a lot of drama because I don't. So I had to tell you, and I had to speak to Expedia, and they said, "Go ahead, put it on your social media." And I am, because the Expedia, they did me right. They gave me credit because they knew what time it was. But that false advertising, nothing working. When I say nothing working right, TV not working. They basically sell it to you as, yeah, you got TV, but we didn't say the cable was going to work. Oh my goodness, I have to tell you. But guess what? Because of the employees, I had a wonderful time. Because they were so nice. You can't do nothing. So I am going to tell you, St. Lucia's, you guys at Miracle, you do have great employees, but they are working with less, and it makes them unsuccessful to facilitate the task for their customers or your customers. So, shame on you, people. Yes, I will have to say that. Not nice. But with that being said, I don't like this. I got it. Like I said, sharing is caring. I got to let everybody know, when you spend your money, I'm not gonna refer you somewhere else and they ain't got their act together. No, I'm not gonna do that. No, I gotta let you know. There's some places they don't got their act together, and I gotta make sure you are right. So Sharon's and Karen, that's how I do it. So with that being said, we have an amazing guest coming up, and I'm going to take a brief commercial, and I'm going to come back, and I'm going to be back with my beautiful and amazing guest, and I just can't wait because she is a light. So don't go nowhere, fam. We'll be right back with the Dr. Meleeka Clary Show on the Bold and Brave TV network, where we are coming live. We'll be right back. Hello, all. Three Corners of Deception movie is now available on Prime Video. How about that? October 14, 2023, on my 50th birthday, I am going to release this, and you guys can go ahead and help me do just that. Go see that movie. Thank you for all the support and not giving up on me. Go see that. Three Corners of Deception. Release me from all the pain and everything I've been through. Go see the movie. Thank you. I love you all. Thank you for all of the support. Go see that movie. Prime Video. Prime Video. How about that? God bless you all. I love you all. It was really hard for me to do that movie sometime, because at that time, because 10 years ago is what I went through. It wasn't then. So I had to take, even they say you play yourself. It's not really always easy to play yourself. You have to play yourself 10 years ago when your mind was discombobulated and you felt betrayed. You know what I mean? You felt like, life was just not it. And, not in my situation. And it is based on true events. And, unfortunately, it's about judicial deception, but it's also about romance and drama and divorce. It's something that just went to a different way. But as I changed it and went into a movie, But what's interesting about this situation, people don't understand. It's a flow technique for me. That was my release to finish this movie. Welcome back to the Dr. Meleeka Clary Show on the Bold and Brave TV network. Well, we're coming live. Woo! Oh, yes, we are, my dear, my dear. Okay, before we're on a break, like I said, I was kind of letting you guys know. The hotel. Beautiful views, but the amenities, and if you're paying like me, you're paying for amenities. You want to be set up right. That's not the place. They need to go ahead and get things done right. It's just not right. So think about it. But vacation is supposed to be vacation. You're not supposed to be upset and anything like that. So just do a little bit of checking. But to be honest with you, I needed to go out of town. I had to get out. I was just like, let me take a break. And so maybe I should have did a little bit more probing, but I didn't. So with that being said, do some probing so you won't be like that, like what I experienced. So I have to say, but anyway, overall, the vacation was great. I had a good time. And please keep on following me on Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, YouTube. You could just Google me, X, Facebook. I think I'm in TikTok. Yeah, I think I got them. LinkedIn. So, with that being said, all right. And the Dr. Meleeka Clary Show on the you can get the drmeleekaclary.com, my website. All right, I almost get confused. You know how I am. Got so much going on and want to say so much. Not a lot of time to do it. But here you go. Now, I interview so many people on my show. I mean, down to activists, doctors, lawyers, everybody. And I think everyone is so important and they contribute to so much in this world. But you know how it is. I always have to know about that person, not just what they do in life, because it's like why you do what you do, but what kind of character you are. So it kind of gives me a little insight about what gets that person driving and why, the passion in them. And this person, her name is Dr. Gabriella Bryant. And I say Gabriella because I love her name. So it's like a tongue twister, like Gabriella, just so pretty. But Dr. Bryant. But you know what? They also call her Dr. G. So as I realized, that's probably the proverbial name to call her today is Dr. G. But with that being said, she works at Total Restoration and Recovery. Now, restoration and recovery, when I look at that and I say, what do you mean restoration? What does that mean to you? That means that you're restoring people, minds. And that's interesting. And when I look a little bit about her and her history and where she came from and how she do things, I'm like, wow, you've been through a lot of things. I mean, it's just amazing. She's in the field of clinical psychology, my field. But here's the amazing thing about it, you guys, that I found out when I was looking her up and doing my research about her. I could not believe that she graduated from the same university I graduated from, Walden University. Can you believe that? She got her PhD at Walden University. Hello, people. And I was just so amazed because I love Walden. And I'm just glad that it was like, wow, clinical psychologist, and she graduated from my institution. Come on. There you go. So I'm definitely gonna have her back on the show if she allows it. But I think that we have so much in common. But like I said, I'm not gonna waste more time talking about me. I really want to bring her in, but be patient, people. We got to know about her. I know the gifts that she offers. I know what her energy. She has ministry. She has a lot to offer to people. But I really just want to know about her today, and maybe she'll take another opportunity to be on the show again. So why don't you come on, fam? Come on in. Why I welcome. Oh, Dr. G, how are you, beautiful?
Hello, Dr. McClary. How are you? I'm doing great.
I'm so good. Thank you. I love your look. Just beautiful. Just shining, my
Thank you.
dear. I'm
Thank
telling
you
you,
so much.
I'm telling you, just beautiful. You are so welcome. And did you realize, and I don't know, I know I kind of saved this for today that we graduated from the same university. How about that? Walden
Yes,
University. I
yes.
graduated in 2021.
Walden.
2013, that's what I'm talking about. I said, oh, look at her. All right, I see you. I see you.
Did I hear you say you graduated in 2013?
2021. 2021, you
2021.
graduated
Okay. Right.
2013. Yeah, I
Right.
was
Right.
looking to see if, we met past it. I was like, nah, I missed her. It's 2021 I graduated. But I was going there at the time you were going because I started at
Absolutely.
I think 2008. I started either
Okay.
2008. Yeah, 2008 started. So you was going the
Okay.
same time. You just got out the door before me.
That's all right. I was just wondering, did we ever cross paths at academic year of
You
residency?
you know what? I don't know. We might have. Cause I was like, I had a residency in Texas and Houston, and I
Okay.
did a couple of them. Then I did residency in Indiana. I did some professional
Mm,
conferences, Minneapolis,
okay. Okay.
Oregon. You was able to pick where you went, where you can go.
Absolutely.
So I was
Yeah.
picking San Diego. They had some. Yeah, I was like, hey, I'm gonna go there.
Yeah. Yeah. I had the opportunity to do one of my residency in Madrid, Spain, on the
Yes, I did see
campus of
that.
University de
That's right,
Madrid.
abroad.
Absolutely.
Wow. I was
It was an
wondering, I said,
awesome
well, how did she
experience.
do all that? But you did. Wow. Yes, that's amazing. That is so amazing.
Yes.
Well, welcome. And if you heard my introduction, I always want
Yes.
to know about the person. And I know you're in ministry. I know you help people change their life. And I know you advocate. And I know you've been through a lot of things. But I really want to know about you as a person because I think sometimes we forget us, and somebody
Hmm.
mentions what we do for others, but what about
Right.
you? So let me ask you this question. And I know we're
Yeah.
going break soon. Actually, you know what? I'll let you ponder on that question. And then because we're going to go on break soon.
Okay.
And then when we come back, and you can answer that question. But what I want to ask you is who do you identify yourself to you? And if you could just think about that, and we're going to go on break and we'll come back. But that's your question. And I ask that question because not everybody knows how to answer that. But it's not no wrong or right question either.
No.
So,
Yeah.
on that note, we'll be right back with the Dr. Meleeka Clary Show on the Bold and Brave TV network. Don't go nowhere, fam. We are still with the beautiful and amazing Dr. G. It was because of me having a voice and saying something about what had happened to me because I can't believe it. I can't believe that these individuals put their good name and their reputation on the line just to hurt somebody because they spoke up. Yes, see, that's what happens when you speak up. I get it, but I'm not fearful because of that. Even though I went through a lot and still go through a lot of things, I got God on my side, and I feel like if that is not enough, then I don't know what it is because I'm still standing and I'm still telling my story, and I'm gonna keep on telling stories, and that is why I like film because film you'll be able to express things that you went through and experiences and people. You'll be amazed what you can do. I'm a human being, but I'm not perfect. And I have my own flaws, but I'm working in progress. And if you're trying to change something, you're able to do it. You have the power, you have the key to your own success. And with that being said, I'm just glad that I'm able to do this and share other people's testimonies. And I'm so glad that there's many guests that I've already had on the show that have expressed their, challenges or what they've been going through or went through in their life. And I say that is because they're not perfect. So it's good that they express that. Welcome back to the Dr. Meleeka Clary Show on the Bold and Brave TV network. Well, we're coming live. Woo! We are still with amazing and beautiful and talented Dr. G. Welcome back. All right, welcome back, Dr. G. All right, I love it. I just want to say it with pizzazz, Dr. G. I I'm telling you, I love it. I love it. I love it. You know what? Before we went on break, I was going into asking you, who do you identify yourself to you?
Who do I identify myself to? You know, that's a deep, deep question. And as you said,
Right.
there's really no right or wrong answers because we're talking about ourself.
Right.
When I think about, you know, we many times think about how other people identify us.
Mhm.
But you coming with that very rare question, I would say that I identify myself as someone that loves, someone that care a lot about people, big on life, very empathetic. Some of the characteristics that I have to say, there have been times in my life I didn't receive those things, but very emotional, especially when I care about someone. Um, I love helping people. That is just something that I've done my whole life is reaching out to others. Identify myself to me as a woman that is full of faith. Um, I'm full of energy when it comes to life and others. I identify myself as someone that can go way up here and then I can meet you way down at the lowest part because I've been there. So
Mm.
I open up my heart to be a person that if someone don't know what to do, I want to be that person to be able to help them figure out their purpose. So I'm a purposeful woman, if I could say that.
Yeah.
Purposeful woman. And I identify myself as one that have been through a lot.
Yeah.
Tears, um, where life wasn't so kind. Some because
Mm.
of the choices that I made for me, because of how I felt about who I was then.
Yeah.
Nothing like who I am right now. And
Right.
I'm just very grateful. I'm a Christian. I love the Lord. And if it hadn't
Beautiful.
been for him, I wouldn't even be sitting here today talking to you, Dr. Clary. And
Wow.
so that's how I identify myself. And I just want to be able to help someone to understand that no matter where you have been in life, you don't have to live there. We have to learn to pick
That's right.
ourselves up by our bootstraps. And we can be whatever
Right.
we want to be in life. But we have to be
That's
able to
wonderful.
not look for people to always validate us, but pat
Mhm.
yourself on the back and be proud of who you are and who God made you to be. And that's what I
That's
had to
right.
understand in all of my low self-esteem, all the rejection in my life. I mean, I could just go on and on and on, but I
Yes.
know it's a lot and
I
it
get
seems like I'm all over the map, but
it.
I'm just being real and I
And I
have to be
love
honest.
it. And I'm glad. Thank you. And thank you for sharing that and honest and real. And that's what the Dr. Meleeka Clary show is all about. It's sharing and caring. And I've heard so much what you said, and I can vibe with everything that you're saying. And that goes into my other questions too. You said you as a Christian, and I know I'm a Christian. But
Mhm.
I'm a work in progress. I'm not perfect person, people, and I always tell people that. But we have a
Yes.
lot of viewers and all over the world. This is a global show, and not everyone believes in, God, Jesus, Holy Spirit, but that's the norm for me. But what is that religion mechanism for you? I know you said Christian, but if you could just, say it again or say something, because some people need something to follow because they
Mhm.
don't realize they're leaders and they want to know what is that. So sometimes we welcome, but like I said, we're all just not perfect, but we need something, some time and guidance. What would be that
Yeah.
for you?
Well, for me, being a Christian, is being Christ-like. And I had to be introduced to him um, because I was lost in life. So being a Christian is the Bible says that God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth should not perish but have everlasting life. So being a Christian is loving others, loving my neighbor, loving my enemy, blessing those that curse me, loving and hugging and reaching out to those that reject me. Being a Christian is walking upright. And what I mean by that is being a light. You know, there was a time that I wasn't that light, but I feel good about who I am as being Christ-like, one that want to reach out and touch other people, um, be able to tell people my testimony, about what God is able to do in your life. And I know there's a lot of different religions. I know there's a lot of different people that serve gods in their own way. But for
Yeah.
me, there's just
Mhm.
one God, and I know that He came down off His throne and came and manifested Himself in the flesh. We have to understand why we were even created, Dr. Clary. We were
Yeah.
initially created to please God. But because of we know what happened in the Garden of Eden, and those that don't know, we know
Yeah.
that He created Adam and then He created a helpmeet for him, Eve, and He gave them instructions on what they can do and what they can't do, and they disobeyed that. And because of that, this is why we had to be saved. And being saved,
Yeah.
people, well, be
Mhm.
saved from what? Well, be saved from eternal damnation. I mean, I can really
Mhm.
go there. But for me, being a Christian is loving others.
There you go. I love
Forgiveness
it.
is so
That's
important because He
very.
forgive us. You said you're not perfect, and neither am I.
There
We're
you
all a
go.
work in progress, Dr.
There you
Clary.
go.
And that's what that I know that's how the Holy Spirit can help us, because when we can be honest with ourselves, God can
Mhm.
trust us with the things of His. But when we can't be honest with ourselves,
Mhm.
not only can God not trust us, how can anybody else trust us?
Mhm. There you
So
go.
that's
I
to
love
me
it.
and being a Christian.
Wow, that's amazing. Thank you. And you know what? You said it so wonderfully. And it's like I tell people, there's no judging at the Dr. Meleeka Clary show. There's no judging here because ain't no one perfect. We're all human beings. We're finding peace what we choose to follow. Okay? And that's what that is. It's peace for us. We're just sharing you that way because I
Yes,
believe
yes,
sharing is caring. I mean, if you're
absolutely.
having a tough day, I'm going to show you how to think a better way. So maybe your day can
Yes,
get better. Wake up
yes.
with thinking positive. Get that negativity. Maybe change your social environment. That will be a first
Mm-hmm.
start. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So then you can stop
Yes.
feeling good. Stop eating the down food. Eat the good food. I
Eat
mean,
the
you know
good
what I mean?
food.
You
Absolutely.
know what I mean? So it's really that simple, but loving yourself so you can love others. And I think that
Yes.
is so important because many people don't love themselves. And when you
Hmm.
don't do that, how can you love anyone else? And how can you be nice to others if you can't even be nice to yourself? And that's just a question that I hope people understand to answer that for themselves. So that's what I show on this show. Not sure how much time we're gonna have before we get to the next before we get to the next question, but I'm gonna ask you this, and we might have to ponder it before we go on break. You know, you've mentioned a lot what you said. And as being a Christian, as being a person, a human being, there's challenges that we all go through. And I know there's wisdom because we have some age. We ain't told y'all we got a PhD, so you already know we got some years accumulated. So,
Yeah.
with that being said, there's some challenges we went through in life. And I'm going to ask you, has there ever been a challenge that you went through in your life that you did not know how you're going to get out of it? How are you going to survive that? What are you going to do? How can I get help? Where's the light? Where's the
Mm.
light? Because, and I ask that because there's somebody watching right now, do not
Yes.
understand how to get out of their situation. They don't know. They don't look at you like you like them. They look at you like, no, you're above ground. You're not
Yeah.
like me. You got prefix, you got suffix, you got accolades. You now, you, I'm me. But that's not true Because what we all have in life is we are all human beings and we're living in this world together. We might go different directions, but we all are in this world together. That's it. And with that being said, we're going to take a brief commercial. You ponder over that. We'll come right
Yeah.
back to that. All right. So don't go nowhere, fam. We'll be right back with beautiful and talented Dr. G on the Dr. Meleeka Clary Show on the Bold and Brave TV network. Don't go nowhere, fam. We'll be right back. Because you mentioned and said, I believe in God and I surrendered. And when someone is addicted to something, it's a challenge. It's tough. What was that moment that you said, I can't do it anymore?
Well, in book number 2, I talk about how I've been to prison. My prison number is 589931. I'll have that number for the rest of my life. It's just not a functional number. I talk about how I was delivered from a homosexual lifestyle. I talk about how I had a man that left me for another man. I talk about how I had a man that was HIV but never told me, but I'm sitting here today. I don't have AIDS, HIV. And I have a lot of people always say, your immune system was so strong. No, that was the blood of Jesus that covered me.
Hello, all. Three Corners of Deception movie is now available on Prime Video. How about that? October 14, 2023, on my 50th birthday, I am going to release this, and you guys can go ahead and help me do just that. Go see that movie. Thank you for all the support and not giving up on me. Go see that. Three Corners of Deception. Release me from all the pain and everything I've been through. Go see the movie. Thank you. I love you all. Thank you for all of the support. Go see that movie. Prime Video. Prime Video. How about that? God bless you all. I love you all. Welcome back to the Dr. Meleeka Clary Show on the Bold and Brave TV network, where we are coming live. And yes, we are. Woo. We are still with amazing and talented Dr. G. Come on in there, Dr. G.
This is
All right.
exciting.
Well, thank you. Well, I appreciate you. You know what? Before we on break, we was talking about challenges. So let me reiterate that question again. Have you ever had a challenge that was that deep, very hard to get out of? Because, like I said, many people are watching, they're trying to figure out how to get out of that challenge right now. So, what challenge? And I know you probably got many, just one that was really like, oh my goodness, don't know how, but I did it. Just share that with me if you can.
Yeah, and it's one that I'm not ashamed of.
Yep.
You mentioned before you went off air for break about people looking at me. I'll say me, saying, "Well, she looked like she got it all together. She looked like, I mean, how can she even say anything to relate to me?" Well, let me share something with you, viewers. You're looking at somebody that used to be addicted to crack cocaine. Crack, I was an alcoholic. Um, I wasn't fit to live and I wasn't even fit to die. I delve into those things because of how I felt about myself, running with the wrong crowds, thinking that these are my friends. But they were the ones that are helping me to feed myself with this. But I can't blame anybody but myself. And I never knew how I was going to get out of that. I went to the lowest of low where I couldn't do anything but look up. And I remember being in rehab, and it's a hospital here that used to be a hospital here on Jefferson, downtown, near downtown Detroit, called Riverview Hospital. It's closed now. And I had tried to commit suicide. I never thought well of myself. I always it's like looking for love in all the wrong places, um, making decisions that are not healthy. And I went from smoking marijuana to drinking, to in high school, uh, to trying powder cocaine. And then someone introduced me to crack. and it was a whirlwind for me. Um, the thing about it is I was a functioning alcoholic. You got people that they look just like you and I right now. You would think somebody
Mhm.
saying alcoholic, they automatically think about somebody in the alley standing on the corner. Everybody is not
That's right.
that. And even if they are, that person that is that functioning alcoholic is no better than the person that is standing on the corner in the alley drinking wine. But
Yeah.
yes, that was a challenge for me. I didn't want to live anymore. I felt I was less than. Um, I was molested by a cousin. It gets to be a little emotional because these are things that
Yes.
I'm sharing some things right now that I've never even shared in my own testimonies and outreach because I try to be transparent even in that because I want people to know that I am touchable.
Yeah.
You can pick yourself up, but I needed something a
Mhm.
little stronger than myself. And
Good.
that was when a couple came to visit me when I was in rehab. And I was brought up in the church. I would go to church, sit on the back row, couldn't wait till church was over, head to the club. But one thing that I have to say, if I digress a bit, is one thing I didn't do is I was never a hypocrite. I may be a whole lot of things,
Mhm.
Dr. Cleary, but a hypocrite and a liar, I am not. And that's one thing I never did. I never was a hypocrite to pretend and act like I was living right. I knew I wasn't living right. And I thank God because I could have died in the midst of all of that. But understanding when that couple came to visit me and tell me about the love of Christ, because I was in a place that I didn't know what was going to happen to me. And I listened to them. I mean, I had tried everything else. Why not try Jesus? And that's what I did. That's what helped me. Other
Mm.
people find other things to help them, but what brought me through the rut and the hole, the black pit that I was in,
Mm.
I needed something that was much more powerful than I was. But I had to be willing to surrender. What else was there for me to do? And when I did that, it was just something that just came. It changed my life. I put the cigarettes down. I didn't have, when I came
Mm.
out of rehab, I didn't go back around those same people because
There
they
you
were
go.
still doing the same things. And if
Same
you want
thing.
to get out of something, you got to change your mindset. You got to think
That's
about
right.
what is it that I
That's
really
right.
want from my life. I didn't want to go
Mhm.
out of here like that.
That's
So
right.
for me, my challenge was getting off of drugs,
Yeah.
believing that I can be more than what I was. But it was a fight. But having God with me, Dr. Clary,
Mm.
made it so much more easier for me. You know,
Mhm.
it's so much that I can share about that. It's just not
Mm.
enough time to even go into that
Yes.
specifics because there are specifics. And if you would even have me back, I wouldn't mind sharing that because somebody need to know that it's not
Good.
over. There is hope.
Mhm.
There is help. Um,
Yes.
you know, but you got to reach for the help.
That's right.
If you get
Yep.
down, if you get knocked down, get back up. You got to continue. Even now, as a Christian, we still got to fight, but we have the strength with the Holy Spirit to fight. Do I make mistakes? Absolutely. Do I
Yeah.
think the wrong thoughts sometimes? Absolutely. Do
That's
I
right.
look at things and judge it? Absolutely. But one thing that the Holy Spirit does is he comes to condemn us about the way we think about things. Before I had no power. But I have to say, I got that power now, and my faith is as strong as ever, even in the midst of my tests and my trials, even when I had to learn how to walk again, even when it seemed like everything was against me. I still, in my tears, I still can say
Mhm.
hallelujah. In the midst of my crying, in the midst of being mistreated, I can still say I love Jesus. We're not going to be perfect until that one that is perfect come. Dr. Clary. And this is why I got into what I do right now, is because if I wish I had somebody that would have reached out to me the way that I want to reach out to whoever's listening right now, there is hope. And
That's right.
whatever it is that I can do, Dr. G, to help you to reach that and get there, I'm here for you. I want to be there for someone. Nobody was there for me. My family didn't understand it. My mother said she just cried and prayed for 2 years straight on her knees and said the more she prayed, the worse I got. Sometimes the situation get worse before it can get
Before I
better.
think
But you
better.
gotta make a decision. You gotta
That's
make a
right.
decision. I can pat myself on the back now. I don't look for nobody to validate me. God validates me. And I thank God. And me reaching out to help others continues to make me strong on the inside, Dr. Clary.
Mm. Oh my
Oh,
goodness. Wonderful. Yes. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That is a lot. And I have to say, Dr. G, thank you for sharing that because I know somebody need to hear that. And regardless of their situation, it's still a situation and they need to hear
yes.
it. Because
Yeah.
even in the lows midst of that, some people just see, no, I can't. I don't have the strength. And sometimes people who do see, and I have family members, but very one, close to me, that
Yes.
he saw change, but it just was too late. And it was the
Yes.
same path. It was just
Mm,
too late.
yeah.
So, it's good to see people seeing the change. They need to make it in their own time. And that was maybe his story. But, unfortunately, I did see he was going to go that way.
Yes.
Eventually, it seemed, but didn't make it. But I love to hear stories that you've made it and you
Yes.
continue to shine and explain how you're surviving and doing that and not ashamed. It's not a shame to fall down and pick
No.
yourself back up. But I know in the midst of the storm, we feel like that. So I
Yeah.
appreciate you sharing that. I really, really, really do. Thank you. Thank you. Thank
If
you.
I could just say one more thing before we go, because it's heavy in my heart. Life is life. It's going to come with the good, the bad, and the ugly. It's just life. And that's what happened because sin entered in. But there's a way out. We don't have to stay there. And I would encourage somebody um, to reach out for some help if you don't have no strength. There is help. Dr. Clary is here every Thursday from 2 to 3 with resources and encouragement and bringing on wonderful people that can help you to understand. We all we all have to walk that same walk. And I just want to encourage somebody today. Life is life. Life's going to be life until we leave here. But we're not
There
going
you
to let
go.
it overcome us and conquer us.
Mm-hmm. Amen. Okay. Yes. And that on that note, you already heard it. We are going to take a brief commercial. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. And Dr. G is available. We'll get her information before we wrap up everything too. But she is around as well. So you know how I do it. Sharing's caring, people. You know what? It's a lot to take in, and I'm loving it. I'm taking it. I told you, I'm like you guys too. I'm
Yes.
this food for thought here. I'm taking it all in, like this air. We sucking up. Okay.
Yes.
I'm just telling you, I'm got it. My mind like writing it out. Like yes, it's
Yes.
it's there. It's there. And on that note, we are going to take a brief commercial. We will be right back with the Dr. Meleeka Clary Show on the Bold and Brave TV network. Do not go nowhere, fam. We are still with the amazing Dr. G. It was an interesting moment for me at the time because I really wasn't seeking someone or anyone, I should say. I just hoped if I did meet someone that they would be a positive person to meet everything he was saying and doing was making me fall in love with him.
Fighting over custody. A lot of people quit going, that's just how it got to be. But she keeps on fighting and it takes a lot of guts.
No justice, no peace.
You two are like two immature cartoon characters. Objection. Where's any of this evidence of this?
Order.
I'm sanctioning you for $15,000.
I have a right to see my son.
This is all about a child. A poor boy born into a battle. Even with your lies, I gotta survive. Said I'm gonna survive, I gotta survive. Even with your lies, I'm gonna survive, gotta survive. Said I'm gonna survive.
This is not justice. No justice. No peace. No justice. No peace. No peace. No justice.
You're trying to have a judge removed.
I'll sanction her for thousands of dollars for coming to court.
How much money is Mr. K and Mr. G paying you and your fellow judges to keep this woman away from her child?
Said I'm gonna survive, I gotta survive. Even with your lies, I'm gonna survive, gotta survive. Said I'm gonna survive, I gotta survive. Even with your lies, I've gotta survive, gonna survive. Said I'm gonna survive, gonna survive. Even with your lies.
Welcome back to the Dr. Meleeka Clary Show on the Bold and Brave TV network. Welcome in live. Woo! Yes, we are. We are still with amazing Dr. G. Come on, Dr. G. Come back. I'm like, I can't wait. Come on back. Let's forget the commercial. Let's go. I'm like storytelling. I'm like, come on. You know, and that's me. That's why I'm in film too. You know, if you notice, my trailer of my movie comes up. Yeah, it's based on true events. Something I've been through, you know. So always gonna let people know, you know, I'm not this I'm not perfect too. I went through and yeah, I've been on my knees just praying to get out of certain things. But you know, he brings you so low or help you and then he gets you so high. So it's like I love it because I was there and he's still bringing me and he ain't done with me yet. So I will tell you that he ain't done.
We're all still a work in progress.
Very much so. And I'm listening. So I'm listening. You know what? I always have to say, I'm telling thank you for everything that you shared. And I know you know, we're gonna run out of time eventually, but at this point, all the things you have done, and I know people just think that you do so much. Well, how do you take care of yourself? Like, how important is self-care to you? Because, you know, we still do so much for so many people, but self-care is very important. And they are, and I know I'm curious too, how do you utilize self-care for yourself?
Well, you know, that's another big question. You know, sometimes I'm not even sure how I'm making it. But one thing I will say is for me, praying, number one, is important to me. Getting a good night's rest, sometimes something that I don't do often, but getting a good night rest is important to me. Being able to express, not hold things in, that's unhealthy, is to hold things in, but being able to verbally express how I feel, whether somebody agree with it or not, it doesn't matter. Not giving anybody control of my emotions. And eating good meal, eating nutritiously. You know, I love fruits and vegetables, green leafy vegetables, drinking plenty of water.
Yes.
Exercise is important. You don't necessarily have to go to the gym and, you know, take out you know, what is it, a subscription or whatever. I mean, you can,
Membership.
there are things you can do around the house. You can walk around the backyard, you know, just getting
Exactly.
fresh air, walking outside and just letting the sun shine and getting that vitamin D. Being in healthy relationships and not toxic relationships. I've been in those toxic relationships.
That's
I've been
right.
physically and emotionally abused. That's not healthy. But being able to I listen to gospel music or jazz, something soothing, being able to sit in a quiet place, you know, and
That's right.
sometimes we don't always have to have words, just to
That's
sit
right.
quietly, you know.
There you go.
But that's how I care for me. What's therapeutic for me is looking at our aquarium that we have and just sitting in the dark with the light on. That's therapeutic for me. Um, Loving on my friends,
That's
helping
right.
my friends. Those things, I could go on and on of those things
Oh,
that some
thank
people
you.
like pets,
Yeah, that's
a
right.
dog.
Yep.
They say a
Yep.
dog is a man's
It's
best friend.
therapeutic. That's right.
But
And female too. They got some
yes,
females out there too.
yes, talking to my
It's
Lord and Savior. Yes.
that's right.
And
Emotionally,
forgiving.
loving something. That's
Yes.
right.
Yes. And
That's right.
forgiveness, you gotta let it go because it'll
Ooh.
eat at you. That is not
Wow.
forgiveness. I didn't say it
Thank
was
you.
easy,
That's
but we
right.
gotta forgive.
You know what? Thank you for sharing that. And if that has had a note that I have to leave it, I'm going to leave it with that note because forgiveness is, what? If people are looking for you, can you let them know your website and any
Yes.
contact information you want to share before we get ready to go and before I go ahead and wrap us up? But I thank you for being on our show. And
Thank
hopefully,
you
like you
for
said,
having
I'm
me.
going to schedule you on another show because I want to get into other stuff. Yes, because she's like me. We are together here. So don't,
Yes.
you're going to see Dr. G again. Well, I
Thank you
want her
so much for
contact
having me.
information just in case you really need
Yes.
to get her. So what
Yes.
information that they can find you?
My website is totalrestorationandrecovery.com. And my email address is drg@totalrestorationandrecovery.com. My phone number is 313-354-5121. I'm going to give that to you again, 313-354-5121. Everybody needs somebody to talk to. I know
There
I
you
did,
go.
and I'm here
Oh,
for you.
thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. G. I really appreciate you. Honestly, I do. Thank you again for tuning in or, being a guest on the Dr. Meleeka Clary Show on the Bold and Brave
Thank you for
TV
having me.
network. You are welcome, my dear. And if you're looking for Dr. Meleeka Clary, you can just Google me. I think I gave you my social media, but you can just Google me. It's kind of easier that way too, because it's all linked up. Just Google Dr. Meleeka Clary or drmeleekaclary.com. That's my website. And you know what? I have to say this to you. This was amazing. And I will say this to you always. If no one said I love you, I love you. I care about your mind and your body and your soul. I do this to help you live a better life. At least try to make it a better day for you to get through it. And that's why I do what I do. And I have amazing guests like Dr. G on here trying to do the same thing. So people, we are here. Okay. So we sharing is caring and we love it. So I love you and thank you again for tuning into the Dr. Meleeka Clary Show on the Bold and Brave TV network. And I want you to enjoy the rest of your day and a weekend to come. God bless you all and take care. Mwah!
You've been watching the Dr. Meleeka Clary Show. Tune in next week as Dr. Meleeka will help you shift towards a better life. But this show doesn't stop there. She'll provide helpful tips regarding surviving the entertainment industry and the judicial system with practical information. Thursday, 2 p.m. Eastern, here on the Bold Brave TV network.